Great, you are welcome. Thanks for passing by. Now, this tutorial, what you are going to do is building an APK website from scratch. Yes, so at the end of this tutorial or at the end of this training, you'll be able to create your own website and upload all your APK files so that people can download it and then use the apps on their smartphones. So everything you see here, we are going to take you through a step by step. So we will create these things, we call them menu in website design. So the apps, the categories, the games categories, we are going to take you through all. So when you click on this, and then it will open for you to see. Then you read the details, the size, the version. The person can also download it from Google Play Store. All these and more we are going to take you through so that you will be able to build your own APK website. Don't forget that this particular training, we are not going to use any coding. We are using WordPress to build this website, and then it is zero coding. So let's move on and then start with the website design, how we can create APK websites. Now let's look at the domain. In website design, domain simply means the name you want to use so that people, when they search for it on Google or using any other search engine, they can see it. So the things highlighted here, this is the domain, which is the Ransaf, and then we have the premium apps. So that is the domain. Now we are going to look at how we can get the domain, register, and then have it running. So stick and stay and let's start. You're welcome back. Alright, so before you can have a website, you must have a domain. The domain simply means the business name. So here, when you look at this, the business name is ransaf.com. That is the domain. And then when you have this domain, you must buy a hosting. And then the hosting simply means you are buying a warehouse where you put your apps and you direct people to that warehouse. And for you to get that warehouse, you have a lot of companies that are into domain name and hosting. So for this tutorial purposes, I'm just using only one, Namecheap. We have Hostfinger, we have a whole Bluehost, GoDaddy, there are lots. Just search on Google for domain hosting and then they'll give it to you. So when you come here, then the domain is the name, so you just search for the name you want to. If it is available, they will let you know. So let me just say Ransaf. So you see that it is saying it is available. Ransaf. So you just follow the procedure. You add to your cart, then you come to hosting. The hosting, we have a number of them. We have shared hosting. The shared hosting is just like one big warehouse or room, then it has been allocated to different people. So let's assume that it is 100 gigabytes space. Then they will portion it to 5 people, 20 each. That is the shared hosting. You can also select the WordPress hosting. Just go through the one you can afford. But because you are going to upload mobile apps, buy a package that will give you big storage so that it will help you. So when you come to the WordPress hosting, I will entreat you if you can buy this, because you are going to get 100 gigabytes and then visitors will be 500k visitors per month. So these are the benefits. Just go through the one that you want. You just click on it, you add to your card, then you make payments using your card, and then when you are done, they will send you an email with your domain name, with the password and everything. So all that you have to do is you copy the link, paste it into the URL. The pop-up will come for you to log in. Then you log with your credential. Great. So after you have purchased your domain registration and host from Namecheap or any of the other hosting companies, they will send you the mail. And then in that mail, you are going to have the username, they will give it to you, and your password, they will give it to you. So you put in those two things here. And then once you put those things here, you log in into your cPanel. That is the control panel. And everything that you are going to do will happen in the cPanel. So those information, I will entreat you to copy them and paste them in Notepad, so that anytime you want to log in, you just copy and paste. And mind you, cPanel, if you don't have strong internet connection, because it's a sensitive area, it controls everything on the website, or everything you want to see, you do it at that part. So it's highly sensitive. So if you don't have a strong internet connection, to be giving you error. So let me put in my details and then I will log. Alright, so let me quickly show you this. You realize that when you visit websites, you'll see they have customized email like info at then the name of the company.com. So let's assume WordPress. It will be info@wordpress.com. Great. So when you log into your cPanel, the cPanel has a lot of information. So now you have email accounts here. So what we are going to do is that, let me click on it quickly. While it is opening, I'll be telling you what we are going to do. We are going to create customized email address. You realize that in companies, you see info@cpanel.com, info@WordPress, account at yes. So you go to your cPanel, you can create it from the cPanel. So I have quite a number of them here. Just click on create, then the domain will be there. Just enter the name. So I will just say apps. You don't type anything again, apps@ransav.com. Then you type in the password. You can use the password generator, then you copy it down. But this one is for tutorial purposes. Always make sure you type in password you can easily remember. It's very, very important. Then you click on create, and that is it. It's as easy as that success. You created apps at ransav.com. So that is it. Now let's click and then check our email. So when you click to check your email, you have to set it up. And then for you to set it up, just say that you should open your inbox with round cube, and that's all. So once you click on open your email with round cube, you have the interface. So you see the email address, the username, and then the password. So let me put in the password, and then it was apps. Congratulations. So this is your inbox. Once you select the open with round cube, it will arrange everything perfectly for you. So anytime you log in, you can see inbox sends, drafts, and so that is it. This is just a quick introduction on how you can create professional email to suit the business name. So everything is just intact. These things you can just read through. But the most important thing is that we've been able to open the email, and then we've opened to our email dashboard where you can easily send, read, forward, and everything. So let's move back. So now that we have finished with our email, let me show you one or two things concerning the email. Then we move from the email menu. Alright, so since we are on the email, let's look at two more items under the emails. Then we move on right away to building our site. Remember, once you have a website, it's important to have emails that reflect the name of the business. So you have email account there, that's fantastic. Then let's move on to autoresponders. So autoresponders simply means as soon as someone sends you a message, you have a pre-typed message that will be sent automatically to the person. Let's click on add autoresponder. So you leave the first one, you leave it as it is. Then the interval, don't put any interval there. You want it to be immediate. Then set the number of hours to wait between responders to the same email, or 0 to always respond. So you leave it. Now, which of the emails are we putting there? Which of the emails do we want to set the autoresponders from? So let's set the apps. That is the one we set, and then from. So who is sending the message? So if it is the admin, or if it is a staff or whatever, so let's say from, and then the subject. Maybe it's the first time, so you will just say message, then the body of the letter. So let's say hello, your message. So I just type in this: hello, thanks for your message. You will be given the needed assistance soon. Best regards. So it means that anytime someone sends you a message, the message is from Ransav. So when you open the email, the person will see the message from Ransav, and then the subject, message received, and then the body. Thanks for you will be giving the blah blah blah, the needed assistance soon. Then it is immediately. Stop, never. So once they send a message, they will get it. You can also the same. You can put 24 hours here. So let's assume that info, or let's say Ransford at WordPress, or info at WordPress. WordPress have sent you a message on this your apps, your email address, apps@ransav.com. Then when you send this message, automatic reply message to WordPress, what it means is that if WordPress sends you another message again, it will take 24 hours before this same automatic message will go. So when you use this one, it prevents sending the same messages to the same email. If you leave this place blank, it means even if the person sends a message 10 times in a day, they will still get the same response. So you can also use this one. So 24 hours before this same message will go to the same person again. So let's click on create. Alright, so it's as simple. It has been added. So we've created autoresponders for this particular email. Now let's go back. I wanted us to look at 3 items under the email. So let's go back to the control panel again. Let's go to emails. Then the last one I want us to look at is forwarders. Now the email forwarders. When you receive a message, now with the forwarder, this is how it works. The person has sent a message to apps@transaf.com. Let's assume that this particular webmail, when you open it on a computer or a laptop, it's easier to read and respond. But let's assume that where you are moving, you are not having your computer, the person has sent a message. Then you forward the message to your email that you can access on your smartphone. So you read the message, then you can pick your machine and send. Don't forget that there's a trick here. If you respond the message from the email on your smartphone, it will not go as the company name. Apps@transaf will not go. It will go as your personal email. So the forwarder is just there to help you, for you to know that you have received a message on the company's website. Then you go to your PC and access it. Great. Thanks for understanding. So let's add forwarder. So address to forward. So which address are we to forward? Apps@transaf. Then destination. So whenever a message comes to apps@transaf, we want to add an email we can access on our phone. Though the webmail now you can access it on your smartphone, but if you don't have that settings and apps installed on your smartphone, you can go by this forwarding. So let's say I want it to be info subprime. So anytime a message comes to apps@transaf, it will be forwarded to info.subprime@gmail.com. So that is the forwarding. Now add forwarder. So what it means is that, great, we've added it. What it means is that anytime a message comes to this, it will be sent to info for me to see it on my phone. Then I'll pick my machine, come to this side, and then reply it. So when I reply it using the apps@transaf, the person will see that I sent it. But if not, and I reply it using this Gmail, then it will go as this, and the name associated with this email will show to the person or will be seen by the person. So that is how the forwarder works. So now we've looked at 3 things concerning email: setting up professional email, autoresponders, and then forwarders. So now we are moving on right away to build our website. So let's scroll down and go to where we have the softwares. Now we have Softaculous app installer. So you just scroll down, and then all this that you are seeing, when you click on it, it has pop up. So all these items here, you just scroll down, and then you come to software. So WordPress Manager by Softaculous. So because we are not going to code from scratch, we are going to use Word, and then for you to use the WordPress, install the WordPress on your server. So let's wait after it has opened. Great. So when you come here, these are the website I've built. Now let me click on install. So what name are you going to give to your site? Now this is the domain. This is the name, but are you building the website on the main domain, or you want it to be in the directory? So this is how it is. Let me show you this. Now you can see that here I have transaf.com/apps. It means that when I was installing the WordPress software, I put the apps here. I don't want to build it on the main domain, so it will be in a subdomain. So if you want to build any website after you've purchased the domain, you don't have to go and buy another domain and register again. No, you can have them in the directory. So let me say premium apps, and then when you are putting anything here, don't leave any space, just type everything together. So it will be transaf.com/premium apps. Alright, now when you are done, you come to the site name. What name do you want to give to the site? So let me say Premium Apps, that is the site name, and then the description. Let me say authentic software site. Now, after you finish with this, you now come to this is site setting. You now come to the admin. Now, listen carefully. We were on the cPanel here, and then we installed the WordPress. Now, we are installing the WordPress so that we can build our app, our website on the WordPress. So here, this login is different from the login that you use to access the cPanel. So after you've installed the WordPress, we are going to have two logins. So what name do you want? Always pick a name you can easily recall. So let me select runs, and then this password, always use the auto-generate one, then you just copy. So that is the admin email. When you are buying it, that is the admin that they've created for you. Now you have to get an email. This email should be different from the admin email, and the reason is that when you have this email, if you install the app, after you have finished installing the WordPress, it will send a message to the web that you installed this. Any other changes, you will get it here. Now, after everything is intact, the name, the setting, that is the name also here, the site name, the description, and then the email and your login details. You click on install. So install. And it doesn't take long. At times, it will say 3 to 4 minutes, but it takes less than that, depending on the fastest of your internet. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. So now we are going to build the APK website using WordPress. It's simple and easy. Now you can see we have administrative URL. So right click and open it in a new tab. Now this is our site. So in website design, we have two faces or two interfaces. We have the back end and then the front end, and I will explain that one briefly. So this one, the second one, the administrative URL. When you open it in a new window, this is your dashboard. So everything that you want people to see, you do those things here. So we call this place back end. The back end is for only you, the website developer, and then the front end is for the visitors. So when you come to this one that I built, this is the front end. So this is what the visitors will see. But for them to be able to see these things, I must put them here at the back end. Great, thanks for understanding. Now let's move on quickly. So that is what we are going to do. And now in the next session, I'm going to take you through how you can set up everything here for you to have a nice interface like the one you are seeing with the menus, categories, home, and a whole lot. So we are going to learn a lot. Stick and stay. Great, you are welcome back. So when you want to build an APK website, we are not going to do coding from scratch. We are using WordPress, and then once we are using WordPress, it means we need a theme. What is the theme? The theme is a template that has been pre-designed. All that you have to do is pick that theme, edit it, and use it as your own. And you can get those themes. There are a lot of sites that sells the WordPress themes. Some are very affordable, so you don't have to stretch yourself to buy an expensive theme. No, you can get something that is affordable and very beautiful. So in this particular tutorial, we are going to use this particular WordPress theme for mobile apps. We are going to use the Appian or the Appian theme. So you can get it at the themespuzzles.com. You buy it, it's $34.99. So when you buy this, they will give you software for you to use. So that is the software we are going to use. So let's go back to our WordPress and look at how we can use this software for our welcome back. So for you to add a theme, now you come to the menus at the left side. You go to appearance, you click on theme. So when you come to theme, you click on add new theme. Now you can search for the themes here, but because you've already purchased some from a particular website, there's no need for you to search. Then in that case, you cannot install the WordPress themes that you are having here. Click on upload, then you click on choose file. So you can see that if you have a theme in a zip format, it is only the zip format. So let me show you quickly how you can, after you've downloaded the theme, how you are going to use that particular theme. You can't use the theme you downloaded just like that. So you can see that this is the theme. You double click on it after downloading. Then you double click on the zip. So after it has opened and then you have a folder like this, you right click and then you select extract to specific folder. So after you have successfully extracted it, then you now come and click on this, right click it, and then go to send and say compress zip. Don't use RAR, no. So follow the steps, right click, go to send and then compress. So when it is done, you add another number to it so that it can. So when you are done like this, then you go to your WordPress dashboard. You click on choose file. Then let's go to downloads. So I've already done that. Let me pick the number 1. Then you click on install. So you wait patiently for it to install. Now you realize that when we were installing the WordPress, we type in our password and then the username. So the link here, the link that they gave us. So whilst we are waiting for the theme to be uploaded, you realize that when we were installing the WordPress, we selected username and password. And then after the WordPress has successfully been installed, we were having 2 links that I said this is the administrative one you use. So what I normally recommend is that copy this link, come and put it in Notepad, then copy your password so that whenever you want to upload or you want to go to your WordPress dashboard, you don't have to go to cPanel. You just copy this link, paste it in your browser, and then you key in your username, you paste in your password, and you are good to go. So congratulations, now the theme has been installed successfully. So all that you have to do is we have to activate it. So let's click and activate the theme. Great, so you can see that this theme is now active. Always the active theme will be the first theme. So let's go to our site. Let's open it in a new tab and look at the interface. Initially, this was the default interface. Okay, so let's look at this side. So you can see that it is very, very nice. Now this is the home page. So we are going to look at how we can upload in the softwares and then we are good to go. So first thing first, once we have our theme, we have to do something called theme customization. And I'll show you that one briefly before we even start anything. Let's look at theme customization. Now, I told you from the onset that we are using a theme. So this theme comes with, you see the app name, the theme name is here, and then the favicon. So you have to change all this to suit your new site that you are building. You have to change all these names so that at the end of the day, when people come there, they will not see that you are using a theme or you are using any template for the website to look professional. Now let's go back. Let me click on the dashboard for us to have all the menus you are supposed to. Great, you are welcome. So now in this session, we are going to look at how we can customize our theme. So when you want to customize the theme, come down here, you see the theme name there, and then let's go to panel, or you can just click on it. Great. So we are starting from always when you are editing any WordPress theme. When you click on the theme option, don't jump. Just make sure that you follow it from the beginning here up to the last end, so that by the time you finish, you will finish editing every information. You delete this URL. This is the logo, and this is the logo we are talking about. This. So let's go to upload. So we don't have any images here that we can use. So let's upload some from our computer. So you can either upload, click to select, or you can do the drag and drop. Now it is saying that you can only upload up to 1 gig. So I'm only looking for the logo that we want to use. So let me click on it. It will be uploaded. So after it has been uploaded, you scroll down here. Because it is the site logo, let's reduce the size. Let's select the smaller one. We will select on insert into post. So you realize that now it has been inserted into our post. Now the favicon. So let me save it. Okay, let me save changes and let's go and see. So the favicon. This is the favicon. Now we've changed this logo, so let's refresh it and see. You can see that it has taken effect. So let's go back and then change the favicon. Because we are going to use the same logo, let's go to media library and then select this. Once it has been selected, let's go to insert into post. So that one too has been inserted. If you want to save it, you will see it. Now let's go to the home. So the home is where you are going to change all the things you don't want. So you see this theme for Android apps, you change all this. That is why I said make sure you follow it step by step for tutorial purposes. Now the cover image. So let me save it and let's save. So let's go there, let's refresh it. Now for you to make sure that whatever you are doing, you refresh it from time to time so that you know whether the changes have taken effect. Let me save the thing again because we did not see any changes here. So the changes that you'll be making, you will be saving them along the way so that you will see whether it has been reflected or not. It's very important. So let's go and refresh the site and see. So if it does not have come, then you have to change it again or check. But let me open the site in a different panel and see whether the changes will take effect. So we are moving on now. We have the site name. This is the cover image. We have 5, and then they're giving you the size 1,300 pixels. So what it means is that this is the cover image. You see the picture at the background that is moving. That is the cover image. 5 of them. So when you click on this, it will take you to your media library, and then you upload them from your computer onto your media library. Then you change all of them. So when you finish changing, you click on save. Then let's come to the single page. So you have the read more, normal. Just take your time and go through. But even with this side, you can leave everything just as it is. Now if you want them to join your Telegram group, then you put the link here. You look at the link format, then you put it, else it will not. Type join our Telegram group. Now this redirect timer, let me go to this side and show you. You realize that when I click on this and then you scroll down, this is the download link. So it starts from 5 seconds. Then when you click on it, it will send you to the download page. Very soon you will get here. Let's get used to the interface so you can reduce it or increase it depending on what you want. So all these things you can leave them as it is. Then go to the content importer. Here, pay attention here. So the content importer, it will allow you when you are uploading apps on your website to import from Google Play. And before you can use this content importer, you need an API key. Where will you get the API key? You get the API key from the theme pages. So when you log in with your details, you will see that the first or second option, you see the API key. So you copy that API key, then you come to the theme options and you paste it here. Once you paste it and you save, that is it. It will help you to import apps from Google Play Store onto your website, and it's pretty easy. So get APK. You just go through the ones you don't want, but I think this particular theme, everything is okay. You can leave this side also. Now you save it. You go to external servers. So let's assume that the package you bought, remember in the intro, I told you that when you are buying the hosting, make sure you buy the one that will get 100 GB space. But if you decided to buy the 10, the 20 gig or the 50, then it means that you must have an external server so that you upload your APK files there, and then you put in the link so that when people click on the link, it will direct them to that external server. So Google Drive is there, plenty apps that you want free servers that you can upload your APK files there so that you redirect people to go and download. So you have the media files also there. Media files is also there. You can upload your files, but you have to pay. Yes, you have to pay. So if you upload your files on those sites, it's not for free. The space they are providing, you have to pay. Now you move on to the shortness that one too. You can leave it, or you can read the tutorial to find out. The version history, you can leave everything as it is. Then the blog, so blog session on home. 4 posts, that is the number of apps you want it to appear. Is it 4, 5? That one depends. And then per page, 10, 20, depending on what you want to do. Then colors. You realize that when you come to this side, this is the default color. So you can change it here. Main color, So when you click on it, then download button color also if you want to change it. Then the new ribbon color, so you can just change the color after that. You hit on it's active, it's at the right side. This is the sidebar. It's at the right side. You can change it for it to come at the left. Then advertisement, that is if you have adverts, the address, the link will be given to you and what have you. So you control everything here. Now the AMP, it's not that important, but you can also do that. Then the footer, bottom line here, we call it footer. So in website design, you have 3 different sections. The down here is the footer. Then right after the footer, coming all this way, we call it the body. And then the top here is the header. Great. So the footer here, let's change the things there. See, all right reserved. Then let's copy your website. How will you get your website link? You see, when you are at your dashboard and you put it on the website name, you have open in a new link. So that link that will be open for visitors. So you see that the changes that you've made, they've all appeared here. So one thing I've observed is that when you were doing these changes, we save it was not appearing. You see the old one, you save it was not appearing. When you want it to appear, just come to the dashboard where you are doing it, go to the side and open the site again in a new tab. That one it will come. So let me close this. So everything that you've done, we want to change this. So let's copy this link. That is the site link. Let's come here and then paste it within this. Now, what name is it supposed to have? So let's come here. That is the team name. So we will put our name there. So let's assume that you built the app for someone. You can put your name there. The website was built by, so you can put your name there. So you realize that all right reserved, the company is there, all right. Then site was built by. So that is how you edit the theme option. So you realize that I've taken my time to take you through all this. Once you're able to change everything here, then when you go to when it comes to uploading the apps, it will not be difficult because you've already changed all the informations that are not yours, and now everything is depicting your site. So it's very, very important. If you don't change it here, it is going to worry you. We are going to look at how we can get privacy statements, disclaimer, before we will move on to the uploading of the apps. Because it's important, you have to make a statement, policy statement that maybe this app is like this, and then so it's very, very important. Now you realize I have import from Google. That is the external content import and then the mode. So I told you that before this one, you must enter the API key that when you register and you purchase it, it will be given to you by the Pixels team. Let's meet in the next sessions where we are going to look at the policy statement and the rest. Alright, so now let's have a privacy policy for our website. It's very, very important. So just search on Google, let's use this privacy policy. So when you click on it, say company name. If you don't have a company registered name, enter the site name. So you can enter the site name there, website name. So that's your site use cookies. Do you show adverts? So you take the one that is applicable to you. Then you click on next. You select your country and then you enter your email address. Then you click on generate my privacy policy. So you see where the first one, I just copy and paste all the links. So that's why you see these things. Then let's copy all. So now that you have our privacy policy, let's come here and then go to pages. Now this page, let's send it to trash, the sample page, because you will not need it. Now you have the privacy policy draft one. You can either edit it or create a new one. So let's edit this one. Don't click on quick edit, click on the edit. So this is just template. So you see this template, they just gave it for you to edit it, but we are not going to edit it. So I think let's create a new one. That one will be easier. Add new, and then we say the privacy. So here let's select paragraph, then let's paste everything here. Good. So you realize that we've pasted all the information from the policy generator. Now all premium apps are accessible from one of our main priorities. So you are just going to, then there's something that shows that this particular policy was generated by. You have to take that thing out. Good is here. So our policy what was, let's delete this one. So we are done. All that you have to do is publish it. So let me say that premium apps, because that was what we did for the first one. Website name, email address, website URL, then email address. So let's copy it like we did, then go to this side and then let's create another page. So let's delete this particular one. Good. So let's click on new page and say disclaimer. Now let's come here, let's paste then our disclaimer. Let's delete it. So you realize that the email, everything has been done. Let's publish this one also. Great. So going forward, now we have our policy and our disclaimer pages created. Now let's go and create the categories. It's very, very important. Before you publish the app, you must have all the categories created so that when you are uploading the app, you just click on the drop down menu and select it. It's very, very important. So for you to create the category, let's go to the post and then let's go to categories. So the default one is uncategorized. That one is not important. So we have apps and then the slot is still the app, and it at times it will select it automatically. So add new category. Now let's go to game. So the slot will be added automatically. Now here parents category. So if the thing we are going to category we are going to create, if it is an app, then you will select it as a parents category. So let me say education. Education is an app, so you will select app. Then you will say art and design. That one too is an app, so automatically it will select it. Now let me add games also. We've looked at creating pages, categories. Then the next one, let's look at how you can create a menu. Now what is a menu? In website design, when you talk of menu, this is the menu. It helps your visitors to be able to navigate through your website easily. So that is the menu. Alright, so in this session, we are looking at how you can create a menu. Now in website design, when you talk of menu, let me show you quickly what the menu is like. Okay, so when you come to the Team Specials website, you realize that these are what we term as the menus. It helps anyone who visits your website to able to navigate through knowing where and then how to get things. So if you want to create a menu, then you must have your pages created already. Don't forget that we've created the pages at the initial stage. So these are the pages we created: the privacy, the policy, the disclaimer, contact us, and about us. So you know how to create pages. Now we are going to create menu. So with the menu, you come to appearance and then you click on menu. Good. So when the menu options opens, you see this is the add menu items and then menu structure. As it stands now, we don't have any menu created. So let's put a name here. You can say main menu or menu. It will not appear on your website, the name you are giving here, so it doesn't matter. Then let's select menu. Then let's click on create menu. You can see that the items at the left side are inactive, the pages you created. But as soon as you created the menu, then they have become active. So let's select all and click on add to menu. So these are the pages we've created. Now let me click on save and then show you something at the front end. Okay, so let's go to the front end. Let's refresh it. Okay, so you see we have about us, contact us, disclaimer, and then privacy policy. Now let's go back. we don't have home here, so it means we did not add it. So let's click on the home. Now let's go to categories. Let's add the categories also. But before we add the categories, let me show you. You realize that times when you visit a website, the menus here, when you put the mouse on it, it will have a drop down item. So let's create that one. So about us. So let me put a disclaimer under the about us, and then the policy also under about us. Then let me click on save. So now that the saving is complete, let me refresh it. Good. So you can see that we have the home page, then the about us, under that we have disclaimer, and then the privacy policy. So let's come here and add the categories so that anybody who visits our website will know that we have this kind of apps. We have apps, we have applications, we have the apps that are games, even the games, we have the categories of games. So let's come here and then let's click on the categories. Let's click on view all. So these are all the categories. So let's click on select all, but make sure you uncheck the on categorize. Let's uncheck it. We are not adding it, or you can also add it. Then let's click on add. Now you can see that all this, if I'm to click on save, let's look at what happens here. Good. Now you can see our menus are too many. I'm sure you remember these colors when we were under the theme options. We changed this, so they are too many and it doesn't make the site look professional. So let's create drop down like we did for the about us. So all these, the apps that are those that are not games and they are the apps, they should be there. Then so let's bring it like this. They are all apps. So you just click and then you drag to the right side. Make sure that you create all these things so that when you are this is game. So when you come to the game, you also arrange them nicely. So make sure that when you are creating the categories, you take your time. You can't use one day to create all the categories, because at times whilst you are developing the app, you realize that maybe you've come out with a new idea, you create that app, so you have to create a category for it. So you cannot use one day. Now let's click on save. So now you know how to create a menu, making a drop down menu, the various pages or categories. So you realize that here to change. Now if you realize that home, about us, contact us, the apps, and then the games. Great. So now we have our menu, but you don't have any app here. Don't worry, very soon we'll start publishing the app. It's very important that you do all these minor things so that even if you put one app there and people visit the site will be attractive. So you must make sure about us and everything, all those things are intact. When people come there, then they know that it's a website that you are just uploading the apps. Now let's come here. Now that the menu is ready, let's go to the plugins and install plugins that will help us in publishing the app. And don't forget that we need to have a mailing list that people will subscribe. You don't have it, so you will download a plugin for that also. So let's come to the plugins, add new plugins. Then let's search for shortcode. Okay, so let's use this shortcode ultimate. So normally when you search for the plugins, it will let you know whether it is compatible with the version of WordPress or not. Let's activate it. This is not important. So let's go to the plugins again. Alright, so now that we have other plugins installed, let's also install a plugin that will help us to get more subscribers, emails for us to send them messages concerning what is happening on our sites. So we need a pop-up builder. So just search for pop-up builder and then you install and activate it just like we did the other one. Okay, so when you come to the dashboard here, then you click on add new. Then are you adding image? So one, I like this particular pop-up builder because when you add an image, it makes things easier. You can add, let me go to this website and then show you. So you can see that this particular website, it has a pop-up. Good. It's a picture pop-up. Now you can see that as soon as the person comes on the page and then you are scrolling, then this particular pop-up will come. By the time the person will close it, the person will get used to, or the person will know the information you are trying to put across. So it's very, very important. That's why I want us to use that pop-up. So let's click on subscription. So you can use the image, but now I want us to use how we can get emails and then subscribe to our website. So what title are you giving? This particular title will not be seen, so let me say news. That's all. Then let's come down here to the settings. So you can see this is the preview of the newsletter subscription that we are designing. We have the subscription, we have the background. So the background color, you can change it. Then when you change the background color, the opacity, that is how visible you want it to be. You want it to be like this, or you want it to be 100%. So this one, whichever way you want, you can. Then the form padding, that is the sizes here, that one, how you want it to be. So you can see that we have the design, we have email, that is asterisk, is important. If they don't enter it, they can't move on to send the to click on the subscribe. Now let's come to display rules. So we are saying everywhere. Everywhere means that any of the pages that they open, the person opens or click on it, what will happen is that they will see the subscribe. So we have to be selective. All pages. So let's say selected pages. Then the selected pages, you come here and then you choose which of the selected pages do you want the thing to appear on. So if you say is, it means that it's supposed to be here. So let's just search for the home page. Now if no result found, let's go to about us. Okay, so the about us has come. Then if you want to add the disclaimer, so all the pages that you've created, you can add them, or you can simply ignore and say all pages, then you are good to go. You can also say all blocks. You can see that that one has disappeared. Now let's go to event. So is it on load? That is when you load the site title, or click or hover, whichever way you want. Now how long should the pop-up take? So you say default based on what you want. Then let's come to the condition. So the condition is a premium feature, so you can't apply anything. Behavior after events, so special events you can leave it. Then let's check the design. So the design, you can either leave it or you can just change it depending on what you want. So then the closing, that is the closing button will be there. Then the dimension, that one you leave it, the size auto, so you leave it like that. Then the advanced, here action on pop-up, click, so close pop-up, or you have to redirect the pop-up or copy to clipboard, whatever you want. Then pop-up showing limitations, so when you click on this one, it will add other features, but it's okay, you leave it. Sound, animations and all these things are not important. So let's leave everything. Enable content through scrolling. You realize that when you went to this side and the pop-up, you realize that when I was scrolling through, the pop-up was still there, but the content was still moving. So that is the enable pop-up scrolling. So let's go to the floating button. So when you click on this, you realize that at the corner there you see the floating button there. At the right side, it's not important. So now you can say top right, then it will come there. Now we are on the, I think we are done the statistics, it's not important. So when you finish everything, you click on publish again. So you are done. Now let's go to the app and see whether the pop-up will come. Okay, so you've seen that the pop-up has come. Oh, I forgot to show you this, the background image. So let me go back and then do that one quickly. So when you click on the design and you come down here, you see background setting is on. Initially it was off. So background setting, then you can select the image you want to use. So when you select the image, you want cover, you want repeat, so whatever you want to select. Then after that you click on update. Great, you're welcome. So in this session, finally we are done with everything that we are supposed to do. So we are moving on right away to upload our apps onto our beautiful website. When you come to your dashboard, you will move on to page. We are going to create a new page so that we will direct people for them to come and download it. So let's click on the page. Now we are going to install this app, upload this app, game Magic Strike. Now let's go to our media file. The magic file is there, Magic Strike is there. Click on this and then click on copy link. So we are looking at the first part where we will upload our site, our app, onto our website from an external server. So I use the media file. You have to create an account, then you select a package that you can afford, then you upload your files. Click on the particular link. Don't mix the link, it's very, very important. Then you take note of the size, 28.95. So when we come here, let's click on this plus and then let's search for shortcode. You remember that plugin that we downloaded? It's very, very important here. So when you click on the shortcode, come and click here. Then this is the plugin we downloaded. So you click on it, then you look for button because you want to create a button for the downloads. Now, whatever is here, you delete it. And then the link that we copy from media file, you paste it here. Then let's scroll down, open in the same tab or open in a new tab. Whatever you want to do, you select it. So this is the background color. For the download button, I think we have to, let's leave it. You can, if you want to change, you click on it, it will give you the drop down text color. Let's maintain it. Then when you come to the fluid, you check its center and everything. Yes, let's go. And then here, let's look for the icon. Now we are saying we are creating download button, so let's search for download icons here. Let's select this. And what is the color of the icon? It's there already, white. So let's leave it as it is so that it will match with this background. So you come down here. So here I type in download Magic Strike. Then you put the version there for them to see. So let's assume that this Magic Strike is a premium app. Then you can put it there that premium unlocked. So that the one downloading will know. So let me click on preview. So Magic Strike, then premium unlocked. When everything is intact like this, don't forget about the link here. It's the media file link, not your website link. It's very important. Take notes. Then you click on insert. So that is all that we are doing here. Then you click on publish page. Click on publish page again. Now let's go back to post. Let's click on new post, the same name we used to create the page, Magic Strike. Now here you can add the version 2.0. After you put this one there, you have to fill all the forms here. It's very, very important. So let's take our time, go through and fill everything. So is it the app status is new? Is it a mod or normal app? Is normal app. Then the description. Let me go to Play Store. It's my own app I've developed. You can download it and then use. So let's come back here. Then the version 2.0. I told you to take notes. 28.95. Is it an update or new one? Then requirements. Say that Android version 4 and above. Get it on Play Store, you put it there. Default it is there. Now it's a game. Is it an action game or what kind of game? If you have anything you have to, but leave the site and let's go down. So you can see we have app images. Now after you've finished developing an app, before you publish it on Play Store, you have to install the app on the phone, take screenshots so that anybody who wants to download the app will have a feel of how the app is like. So this is what it is being referred to here, app images. So you download them you upload them to your media library. Just click on media library, add new media file, and then you upload all of them. So you upload as many as you can, and then when you are done uploading, you come to this side, APK zip. This one you want people to download the APK so that they can install it on their phone. Now, what link are they referring to here? It is the page that we created. Pay attention here. We created a page first, so that page link, you copy that page link and come and paste it in the post you are creating. So when we created the page, this is the page link, so let's copy it. Now, what text should be here? The text that should be here should be go to the download page. Now, what we are telling them is that when they click on this button, it will take them to the page we created for them to download it. So I will test it for you to see. Now you realize that some of the apps, maybe you have different variations because of phone compatibility. So if you have them there, then you create another page. So this page like this, you just have to click on the plus sign and then you insert another block, and then you click on the different variation. You follow the same step, and then so that this one will be 2. Now when the person comes there, you will see what I'm talking about later. So after this, we are almost done, but we need something we call featured image, an image that will show for the people to see, or something we call the icon. So let's go down and look for the icon. Let me click on this. Okay, so when you come to the settings, it will give you the post. Now you see we have the author runs. When you were installing the WordPress, this is the name you chose, so that is what will show. It's very, very important. Now remember we created the categories, so you see they are all here. Now it's a game. What kind of game? Well, let me select this. Let's go to featured image. So this is the game that we are talking about. Then you insert it. So you can see that had it not been that we have created the category, then we are now going to create it, then it will delay you. So it's good you do all those things. So after you've done all this version and what have you, all that you have to do is click on publish, then publish again. Now that it has been published, let's go to our front end and then refresh it. It's supposed to appear here. Great. Now don't forget that we did this thing, so it will worry us, but no problem. Now you can see that this is our first app. Now let's test it. I was trying to explain certain things to you, so I want you to understand the concept. It's very, very important. Get the concept and build it for your own self, or other people will make money from it. So let's click on this app and test it and see. If it fails us, then we are in trouble. So Magic Strike here, I did not put anything there, so you see. Now we said arcade game. Let's see. So the total, the description, and then we have the size, version, requirements, Android version 4 and above. Then let's move on. So you see, go to the download page. Now this was when we were here, when we were adding the post. Go to the download page. So now when they click on this, let's see what happens. I think I have to deactivate this, it is disturbing us. Now you realize that this is a download page we created, Magic Strike. Now download Magic Strike 2.02, remember? So that is how it works. Now the moment I click on this, now so you see, download Magic Strike. Then you click and then it will download. Don't forget that we selected open in a new page. So you realize that download and let's go. Great, so your download is starting. Then you download, the person will download it and then install it. So that is how we upload app from external server. Let's go back and then let's see how we can download it from our own server. Now let's see. You realize that here how to install it. It has given you some basic guidelines, so you can also edit it under the theme panel or under the theme options. Import content from Google. Remember I told you earlier on that when you go to the Pixels team and you log in, you sign up, you create an account, and you purchase this particular theme, you have an API. So let's see. So when you have that API and you go to this panel and you put it there, you go to Google Play. Let's assume that this particular app, I will copy the link, come and paste it here, and click on import. If my API is correct, it will come. You see, error, API key is invalid. Then it will be inserted automatically. Then the details and everything just import like that from Play Store, just as it is, the version and everything. You have to do some small modification and you are good to go. Great, you are welcome. So what we are going to do is that we are going to publish from our own service, and it follows the same principle. So let's get to business then. The first thing is we will create a page. So click on this for it to take you to the dashboard. Now let me go to the media and see what we are. Okay, let me select get skills. So we are going to create a page for get skills. Get skills. Come here, short code. Click on this button. Now we are no more going to media file. We are going to our media. Now let me click on this. When you click on it, this is the URL. So you copy it, the link. Then you come to this side, you select that one which was there, you paste it. Then you maintain the same thing because it's the same. Download. So this is where it is important. Else you make a mistake. Get skills. Let's assume that one people have been downloading it, so the version you have improved upon it. Insert as usual, you publish again, and then you copy this. Now you go to post, new post, and then the thing is get skills, version is new, normal app. In fact, I don't have any description. Size, let's go to library and see, 128 megabytes. Then let's say updated, requirement, version 6 and above. So this time get it on Play Store, you will not add it. Let's come down and then let's copy the page link and paste it here. Then we will write, go to the download page. Now let's come to this side. This is an app and it's online learning. So let's say online learning. Now let's set the featured image. So when you talk of featured image, it simply means that the image that people will see. So everything is now set and done. Yep, I think everything is now into details. Then let's publish again. Good. So let's go to our front end. Let's click on home. Please, the subscribe, make sure that there's an option that says that once, that is for the same user, so that once it appears, that's all. So it is here, get skills. Now let's click on it and look at something. You realize that you don't have any details here because we did not put anything there. It's very, very important. So you see 20.0.2 has come, the size, the version, the requirements, everything is there. We are not seeing get it on Google because we did not put it in the post. So it's very, very important. Take note. Remember that when you scroll down here, the timer here, it is there. When we were under the theme options, I showed you the countdown. So this is the countdown. Now when you click on this, it will open, get skills. Now let's click on download. You realize that this one, it did not open in any external link because it's our own server that we are downloading it for. So if you want to build an APK website for people to download your APK apps, make sure that at the initial stage you buy a bigger gigabyte space, let's say 100 gigabytes. In that case, you can upload all your APK files onto your media library together with the icons, the featured image, plus these screenshots that when you install the app on your phone, how it looks like, so that when you are adding them, when you are publishing them, you can upload all the pictures here. It's very, very important. And then also, if you have, you see we selected Android, it's not iOS, so make sure you select the right thing, else you mislead your customers. And then you follow the procedure. It's pretty easy and simple. And then this one, you realize that updated, we said updated, so let's go back and see. Now you can see that updated is there. So it's very, very important. Make sure you fill in these informations. Good. So if this particular video, it has been helpful, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and we will appreciate it a lot. So you can see that if you have more apps, the site will be very, very nice. So let's assume that this is just 4, we have about 15 or 20. It will be very nice. Now the app will just categorize it for you. You see we have latest apps, the website, latest apps. Now if you add and the latest apps, it will see the number. When we add the panel, the theme options, we selected 6 or so. So when it reaches, then it will go down and then it will create recent apps and what have you to make the site very nice and attractive. So you can, the people can also search. Let's assume that we say education, get skills. So let's search for get skills. See, it will come version 20 points what. So anything that you type, the person will type, provided you have that app there. It will make the thing easier for them. So if they know the name of the app, they will just search for fighting like this. Nothing will come because I have not uploaded any app that begins with F. So that is how the app, we build the APK apps website. Alright, so gradually we are almost done with how to create our APK website. Now, after you've created your site, make sure you do what you call site cleanup. What do I mean by site cleanup? When you go to post, all the posts that you don't like, make sure you delete them. The same thing, you go to pages, all the pages you are not interested in, you delete them. The reason is that if you don't delete them, they are being published. Maybe it is full of error. They have access to those information. If you are not careful, they will not visit your site again. So make sure that the plugins, you don't need them to, you do the same thing. You deactivate and then delete them so that the ones that are active and running will be able to function well. So it is important, the plugins you are not using, you deactivate, you delete them, the posts, the pages, everything. You make sure you clear them so that the ones that are there will be active and then running smoothly. Now at the final part, this is what I want to do. I want to take you back to the cPanel. Welcome back. Now when you come to your cPanel, you go to the softwares and then WordPress. This is what you have to do. You see, building a site takes time. So when you are able to build one, make sure you do what you call backup. So here, when you come here, we have clone. The clone simply means you are duplicating this website so that it will be the same thing. All the content, everything will be the same. Then you can log in and edit it. So when you are at the cPanel, you actually don't need any login details. You just click on this straight away and then you log in as an admin. Then it will send you to your dashboard for you to do any editing. So when you are at the cPanel, you don't need anything, you can just log in. That is why it is important that you keep your cPanel details secret, because let's assume that this website is not for me and then I can delete all the site the person has built. Everything, I will select all and delete everything just once. So it's important. Now that is the clone. With the backup, When you click on the backup, it will help you to have another version of your website. So let's assume that something goes wrong and then your site crashes, you can't have access to it. You can just come to the cPanel and then import it. So let's come down here and then backup note. So you can say that first backup, whatever you want to do. Then you click on backup installation. After you click on backup installation, what you have to do is that it will take you to, after it has finished with the backup, it will send you to another page. It's even here, open a new tab. So here it will give you all the backups that you've done. Then the good thing is that you just have to come here and click on download backup. So when you click on this download backup, it simply means you are downloading it onto your computer. So once you download it onto your computer, if anything happens, you can just come to your dashboard here and then you see we have import installations, and then you just import the thing that you made. So after you have created your website, make sure you create a backup, and then once you have created the backup, when the backup is complete, all that you have to do is download it onto your PC so that in case of anything you can have it installed and then continue with the editing that you were doing, or maybe you want to add other things to it. So that is it with the backup. And then I've also talked about cloning. Now when you come to this side, at times if your WordPress version is not up to date, it will tell you to upload and update it. It's very, very important. If you build a website for someone, make sure you come and check it at regular interval, especially when you come to the cPanel and realize that WordPress has updated the current version. Make sure you update it for it to be with the current version. Then you go back to your WordPress backend, and all the plugins that are out of date, you see them that it will highlight for you. Then you go to plugins and you update all of them. It's very, very important, because if your site will run smoothly, then it means that the plugins are up to date, and then the WordPress backend or the WordPress version is also up to date, and then you have enough room or enough space for the items you've uploaded on your website to be up and running. So we are done. I just duplicated this. And then one last thing, in website design, most of the things, if you want to do anything, is plugin. So these things that you see here, I looked for a plugin that is duplicate plugin. Then I duplicated all the posts. We have plugins. Some of the plugins, you can duplicate a page and then the post, so that whatever you have done, you can just edit it quickly and then publish it. So that is how you can also use the duplicates or the copy. For now, I will say thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Kindly subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and if you have any questions or whatsoever or suggestions, kindly send us a message and we will appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching. Expect more videos from us. Bye bye for now.